Welcome back. Time almost 9:16. More than 200,000 North Carolinians ages 65 and older live with Alzheimer's. The numbers are staggering, but there is hope that a cure is out there. A special report just been released which highlights a national survey of more than 1,700 U.S. adults examining awareness and attitudes of early detection and diagnosis of Alzheimer's. Here in North Carolina, 3,800 caregivers provide unpaid care valued at $13 billion. And here to talk about all of that is the CEO of the Alzheimer's Association of Western Carolina chapter and friend of mine in the show, Katherine Lambert. Katherine, thank you for taking the time.
Thank y'all. Thank you for helping us spread this news.
Well, let's start with the good stuff first. What are we seeing on the horizon?
You know, there's lots of hope, and the special report talks about that, you know, over 80% of people think that there is progress being made. There's going to be additional ways to slow progression of the disease. So there's a lot of optimism, but that's also based in what we're seeing happen in the scientific world and the breakthroughs that are happening. And so we've seen breakthroughs. We're in this era of treatment. We're so not there yet, but it's the most optimistic that I think people have ever been and science has ever been around what's coming.
And that is great news because we know that more and more Americans are living with this. It's such a tough disease, one of the cruelest diseases out there. Obviously, you know, and the viewers know that it's personal to me. But for people at home who maybe haven't come across it, what does it do to a family?
You know, it's so difficult because, one, we haven't done diagnostics well historically, and I think that's changing, but it's emotional, it's physical, it's financial, it's all of the things, and this individual loses their independence gradually as the disease progresses. And so that's really the hope with a lot of these treatments that are coming is maybe not cure today, but how do we manage this? How do we even get to a place that we can manage as early as symptoms begin to appear, or even before that, so that people retain that independence?
We gave the statistic out there, the 739 million hours of unpaid care, that equates to about $13 billion. The lifetime cost of providing care for somebody with Alzheimer's or dementia, $400,000. We talk about that. People here, they don't have money to just shell out for that. I mean, people have mortgages to pay. How do families cope?
So financial is a huge piece, and this study talks about one of the things people are most concerned about is how do they have the coverage and the finances to deal with this. You know, Medicaid, Medicare bear a large portion of these costs, but so do individual families. And so that's another reason that this importance of delaying onset or slowing progression of symptoms is so important. Also, that early diagnosis, people can make better financial plans, make better other plans. This is such an important part of it, is that we're really talking about early detection.
Katherine, you and I have talked about this on the walks, and the Alzheimer's Association does amazing work. It's an amazing community out there. I encourage people to go look out for it. But one of the things with Alzheimer's is people never think it's them. Family members never think, oh, it's not going to be my grandma, it's not going to be my mother. How do we talk to people and get them to say, hey, just go get checked, go look?
So I think, one, when you think about 7 million people in the United States, over 210,000 right here in North Carolina, statistically, it is in your neighborhood, it is in your faith community, it's likely to show up in your family. Having that conversation, if you notice anything that's off about yourself, maybe in your cognition or a loved one, have the conversation. It might be something as simple as a medication or sleep or some other modifiable factor. But the earlier we're able to start talking about this, the more options there are for clinical trials, for treatments that are available. All of that is most effective at the earliest stages, really before others would notice symptoms.
One of the things when it impacts a family, and we talk about this too, is that, okay, you get the diagnosis and you go, oh my God, what do I do? Because nobody plans for this. Nobody plans for mom or dad to have Alzheimer's or dementia. So you get it, what do? Where can people turn to?
One, please don't go on this journey alone. The Alzheimer's Association is there. We have a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week helpline. It is manned by licensed clinicians. Great place to go even if you just think, I'm not sure if I should have a conversation with my doctor, or I don't know how to have the conversation with my loved one that I'm concerned about them. Give us a call. We can walk you through that all the way through a journey. We have online resources, in person, education and awareness. But I would be happy to never hear, I wish I had known about the Alzheimer's Association when I was on this journey. Our walks that you mentioned and that y'all are such a wonderful partner with, it's a great time to build awareness, but also raise those critical funds that help us do research, help us provide that care and support.
And no, Katherine, I'm speaking from experience. My family was one of those families we did not know where to turn to. We found the Alzheimer's Association, myself, my father down in Florida. He was a caregiver for my Nana, and it gave us a roadmap. But I want you to talk about the community that it gives to, because he said, don't go through this alone. The community, Katherine, may be one of the most amazing parts of what you guys provide.
It is. You're not in this alone. And I think when you show up at a walk or you join a support group or you go to an awareness, you start to realize that you are not the only one on this journey, and you can learn from each other. You can support one another, lift one another up. We also have great new resources coming out, created by individuals who are living in the earliest stages of this disease for other people as they receive this diagnosis. So you're truly not alone, and you join this community whether you're a caregiver or whether you're a person who's just received a diagnosis. And all these resources are right there waiting for you. Call us or reach out to us. Okay,
my last one for you, call them, reach out to them, but we don't just take money during walk season, right?
That is correct. We do not. We in fact have our annual gala this coming Saturday. Our auction is up. You can check that out. But we fundraise year round because the need is year round and ongoing.
There we go. Again, Katherine Lambert, friend of the show. Guys, look them up. We have the resources on our website. Go look at the stories that we've talked about with people who are living with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. It's something that's near and dear to my heart and something that I know affects, if not you, then somebody know. Katherine, thank you so much. We're going to squeeze in a quick break. 9:22 the time. You're watching Queen City News now.